San Antonio loses its AAA credit rating. Bexar County opens a new Justice Center. And a San Antonio Homeland Security agent pleads guilty to child porn charges. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Thursday, December 20th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Citing a charter amendment pushed by the local firefighters union, one of three major agencies that determine a city's creditworthiness has downgraded San Antonio's long-standing AAA rating. City officials have been bracing for a downgrade since November 14th, when Fitch ratings expressed concern about San Antonio's financial position after voters approved Propositions B and C. The downgrade to AA+ means San Antonio will have to spend more on interest rates and less on capital projects, such as the construction of the new fire and police stations, libraries, and drainage projects. Wednesday, City Manager Cheryl Scully notified Mayor Nierenberg and the City Council that Fitch had issued the downgrade specifically because of Proposition C, which gives the San Antonio Professional Firefighters Association the unilateral ability to declare an impasse and demand binding arbitration on labor contract disputes. However, despite the change, the two other rating service agencies, Standard & Poor's and Moody's Investor Services, have reaffirmed the city's AAA status. Fitch is owned by Hearst Corporation, the parent company of the San Antonio Express-News. Bexar County is now processing the people it arrests in a long-awaited $33 million facility. And despite their long-standing stalemate over the new Justice Center, both county and city officials say it has streamlined their procedures. Officials had hoped the Justice Intake and Assessment Annex in Bexar County Jail's South Tower would be ready by September or October, but following construction delays, opened earlier this week. Now, after someone is arrested, they are booked and then appear before a magistrate for a bail hearing, and the judge decides whether there is probable cause in the case and how much each person must pay to be released. However, only the county has taken advantage of the new building. Previously, both the county and the city processed arrests at the city's Frank D. Wing Municipal Court building, with the county paying the city about $1.5 million for use of the building. And while the annex was meant to replace that facility, while employing state-of-the-art features county officials said would be more efficient, the city objects to some of its design concepts and has refused to move to the annex because of them. Police Chief William McManus has said the county planned the annex without input from the city or his department, so they have opted to stick with their own facility. Wednesday, Chief McManus reaffirmed those stances, but did note the new process, where the city processes its own arrests and then transports people to the county's annex, has proven more productive than when both entities use the same building. And just as a judge had prepared to hear his trial, Wednesday, a suspended Homeland Security agent pleaded guilty to child pornography charges. 40-year-old Richard Nikolai Gratkowski, who spent 10 years with Immigration and Customs Enforcement's Homeland Security investigations, had tried to take a plea deal in November, but senior U.S. District Judge David Ezra, noting that he doesn't normally accept conditional plea agreements, rejected the plan and set the case for a bench trial that would have started this week. But before the trial could begin Wednesday, a deal was eventually reached, and Gratkowski pleaded guilty to 2 charges: receiving child porn images and accessing child porn with intent to view it, which could carry up to 40 years in jail when he faces sentencing in March. Gratkowski was assigned to a squad that investigated gangs in San Antonio and had also worked in Eagle Pass. The Homeland Security agent was arrested January 4th after his case was referred to the FBI by his own agency's Internal Affairs Branch and the Internal Revenue Service's criminal investigators. That's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Thursday, December 20th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.